Girl need a different foundation. It's a little bit too cool. I might have to get something warmer. What's up, everyone, and welcome back to my channel, All Things Neese, with your girl Janice. Ooh, gotta adjust my crown. Hold up. Bro, y'all remember this song? It was a good time. The 90s, the 2000s. Bruh, I remember going to the skating rink just to twerk on a Friday, Saturday. Good times, bruh. Shout out to Sparkles, bruh. Holding it down. Skate zone, skate town. I see you, Georgia. Clayco, we in the building. Alright, y'all. Hopping into today's video. This is part 2 of my series of Makeup 101 or Makeup B 101. Today's video, we're going to talk about foundation. After you've done your skincare routine and you put on your nice primer, time to get into the nitty-gritty. The foundation of your makeup, the foundation, the building blocks. It's supposed to hold your face together. Now, for you girls who don't know anything about makeup, I am here to help you with your knowledge. Getting into it. Now, the first thing that you want to know that there are different types of foundation. So you have those foundations that are sheer, which can range from a tinted moisturizer all the way until like light coverage. A tinted moisturizer, which is, you know, just like a moisturizer that has SPF. Make sure if you do get foundation, see if it has SPF. At least incorporate something that has SPF. If it's your primer, if your foundation has it, hopefully it doesn't give you a white cast because some foundations do that when you add in sunscreen. Now for your sheer can be lightweight to hydrating. Those are what sheer coverage foundations are for. Take a good look in the mirror. Now if you have freckles and small blemishes, you can go for a more lightweight foundation. You don't have to get something that's super full coverage. Then you have like the medium to full coverage. Your medium coverage is like semi-matte to, you know, satin finish, so in between those two. For my girls, you know, have a little bit more blemishes every now and then, you know, have the acne scars. You can get something that's more of a medium coverage. Medium coverage is basically evens out your skin tone so that you can be able to build upon the foundation that you have in order to get the coverage that you want. And then you have your full coverage to the full coverage. Like full coverage. Like full coverage, okay? Those are for people who want to block all the haters, all the sun. They want you to stand 100 feet back because they want you to make sure you know that you see their face. Full coverage is matte. That's how full that they want their makeup to be. Sorry. Now, for my girls that want to hide their blemishes, their redness, their hyperpigmentation, full coverage foundation is for you, girl. It's for you. To determine if you should get, you know, a lightweight or sheer coverage foundation to a medium coverage to a full coverage, look at your skin. Hopping into the most important part is shade matching. Just clarify, when it comes down to shade matching, what I like to do is when I go into a local Sephora, Ulta, or whatever store that you go into, not a drugstore. Don't be opening up no packages in a drugstore, you nasties. Disgusting. When you do go into these places and you want to swatch your foundation, I think the best area to swatch your foundation is on your chest. You want to make sure that the foundation that you have matches your chest so that, you know, when you're blending, you don't see a definite line that changes from your neck up. Like, you don't want to see a whole different 2 shades. So this is how you swatch your foundations. Once you go into these places and you start getting your swatches, I want you to just walk out.
What?
After you get your swatches on your chest, walk around the mall, you know, for a little bit and step outside so you can see what the shade is. How does it match well with your skin tone? Is it too cool? Is it too warm? We're gonna get into that when I mean cool and warm. But just make sure that it matches your chest. Now, if you don't have a clue and you want to see or test them out, you can also see if they have sample sizes.
What? They have sample sizes? Yes, bitch, they have sample sizes.
So you don't have to buy a full bottle of foundation on your first day to Ulta or JCPenney or Sephora. you can get a sample size and you can test it out at home. But for the girls who don't listen and, you know, go into Sephora, Ulta, and, you know, they pick up a foundation and they're like, oh my god, looking in the beauty mirror, this is great, oh my god, it matches everything. And then you go home and you see that there's a difference, you're lucky, because you can take it back. If it's not your shade, you can take it back. Not like, you know, half a bottle. Make sure you sit like one pump and you like, oh, I can't do this. No, it's not the right shade. Oh my god, what am I gonna do? After you do your, you know, 1 or 2 pumps, you can take it back. Now, the good thing about if you have like a registered card or you're a member at Sephora or Ulta, they can look up the products that you purchased there if you don't have your receipt. But I say save your receipt just in case. For the most important part, undertones. Undertones. Undertones, undertones, undertones. Undertones. Now for undertones, recently in the past few years there have been more undertones added, even though, you know, they say the gradient would go between cool, neutral, and warm. However, there are different undertones. You have a green undertone for the girls with the olive colors. You have something that's more pink undertone if you have like a more reddish color to you. You have something that's neutral. You have some that are more golden. You know, my girls. Golden. Live my life like it's golden. Live my life like it's golden. Golden, golden, golden. And then you have those that are yellow. It's just so many. It's just so many. And those can range between cool, neutral, and warm. Yes, it's complicated. I know. I know you didn't sign up for math, science, social studies, you know, all of that. Who knew that you'll be adding, subtracting, multiplying, taking away, changing up, flipping it, and reversing some colors. Nobody knew that you'd be doing that. But guess what? If you want to look good, you're gonna put in the work. Sorry. That girl's parched. My lips still dry. I need to get that together. Now, this is how you can kind of tell what category you fit in when it comes down to the cool category. Now, if you look at your veins, you can tell what foundation you need by the color of your veins. If your veins are more on the bluish purple side, then cool tones are for you. Now, when it comes down to skin, if you have a more pinkish tone to your skin, then you're in the cool category. This also comes when it comes down to, you know, the sun. If you're sitting in the sun and you burn easily, then yeah, you're a cool girl. You need to be in cooling, not in the sun. When it comes down to neutrals, if your veins run, you know, more bluish green, this is your territory. You are a neutral girl. Your skin, you know, doesn't have a distinct undertone, but you know, it can be either pink or it can be yellow. So, hey, if you got the undertone, you're a neutral girl. You're neutral. Now for my warm girls. If your veins run more of an olive to green, then that is for you. You are a warm girl. You know, you don't burn easily. You know, you like it hot every now and then. Your skin appears yellow in the sun and you have a little bit of redness. Not a lot, but just a hint of redness. For my people in this category, you tend to tan easily. So, put your sunglasses on. Be ready. Now, to halt and give you a kind of snippet of my next video, we're going to talk about color correction. Now, you can use concealers, which you'll find out if you look at my next video, or different foundations to color correct. If you don't know what color correcting is, it's basically like a color wheel. You balance out the colors. For your dark spots, you want to make sure that if you get a color corrector, it's more on your peachy to warm side. If you have any acne or redness, make sure you get a color corrector that has a more green and yellow tone. See, it's that simple. It's not really a lot. And look, for my dull girls, you know, if you have areas where you're dull, get you a purple color corrector. You may look crazy, but you know what? Once you blend out that foundation, you're gonna look flawless. You're gonna look like you have some life in you, okay? Some life. You can breathe again, girl. Breathe in. Breathe in. Alright, now when it comes down to blending your foundation, I'm about to show you some tools. There are multiple different ways that people blend out their foundation, and my favorite way is the beauty blender. I love using my sponge because it gets into my crevice. I can press in, my foundation, and it's super simple. Like, all you're doing is literally beating your face. Like, blend, blend, blend. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. I mean, right. That's it. What? Yes, blend it in. Beep, beep, beep. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Now, you do have these things called brushes. Now, if you like to use brushes, you can. That's up to you. This is a Fenty foundation brush right here. This one is more of a precision brush. This is another foundation brush from Sephora, where you get into those crevices, And then you have these that are like stippling brushes. I'm gonna insert a picture. And these are the type of foundation brushes that you can possibly pick up. It just depends on what type of foundation you like, what do you like to use, how do you like your foundation. There are different types of foundation. You can have a stick foundation, you can have a liquid foundation, or you can have airbrush foundation. It's so many different types, Now, since you have your tools for your foundation, it's coming to the techniques, y'all, the techniques. Now, when it comes down to your foundation, you are not dragging whatever your sponge is. You're not dragging it across your face. You're not rubbing it in like this. That's not how you beat your face. You might actually irritate your skin, so don't do that. And you'll be itching. Don't do that. You're gonna lightly, just gently, literally bounce on your skin. That's all you do. Bounce around. Bouncing, just dabbing. Just a little here and there. When you come to applying your foundation, when it comes down to cream sticks, you have cream sticks. I don't really have cream sticks missing. Some cream foundations look like this. Now, this is a Fenty match stick that I have, but they come into tubes. And you can apply that foundation if you, strip it across your face like this. I'll insert a video of me actually doing it. Or if you have a liquid foundation, you can put some on your hand right here, and you can just use your fingers and dab it across to get the amount of coverage that you would like. Also, when you're blending your foundation, make sure you blend into your hairline right here. For my ladies who have, wigs or weaves, make sure you get you some concealer and a little bit of foundation to make sure you like blending your, something it's called because I don't wear wigs anymore. Your parts, your lace, okay? Just make sure you blend it into your hairline. Make sure you get your ears if your ears have discoloration. And make sure when you do, you blend down into your neck as well. Now, sometimes, when you blend, you may stop right here. But at least try to go a little bit around your neck to this area right here so that you can, every direction you take a picture in, that you can still see your foundation and you don't see any different discoloration. When it comes down to your foundation, for my darker girls, you may experience some oxidizing. What is oxidizing? This is oxidizing. It's basically when your foundation looks like it's a one color, but then it ends up drying down, it's a totally different color. When it comes down to some of the Fenty foundations, some of the Fenty foundations oxidize a little, but it just depends. Like for mine's go on lighter, but then once it's on, it goes a little bit deeper into my skin tone and it blends very nicely. So just make sure when you're getting a foundation, for my darker girls, swatch it. Make sure when it does oxidize that it's your actual skin tone, because some can look red in the bottle, but once it oxidizes, it turns into a totally different color. And that's all for today, you guys. This is my foundation video, part 2 of this series. Just let me know how I'm doing. Let me know if you have any more information. Share with your girls below. Share with your followers, my subscribers. Make sure you just share your information so that we can make this beauty community, very knowledgeable, and we can all help each other who are wanting to get into makeup. So make sure you leave your comments, anything that you have to say in the comments below. And also make sure you like and comment. Subscribe. Shut up, though! Subscribe. Like, comment, like, comment, and subscribe to your girl. And make sure you turn your notifications on so you know when I post a video every week. You know, it's super hard sometimes. Chat with me in the comments. How's your day going? Hope you have a good week. Just let me know. Don't lose your fire, and guys have a great day. Turn up, turn up.